What's up, everybody? Tip the Pineapple coming back at you. I'm coming at you with a new segment I like to call On This Day in History. I'll go over all the most iconic events that happened on this day in history. Hopefully we all learned something new here today. Never forget, knowledge is power. Alright, getting right into it. In 2003, Charles Bronson dies at the age 81. Death Wish was a great film with one of the most tasteful rape scenes to date. On a scale from Louis C.K. to John Wayne Gacy, it was a Bill Cosby, which is not that bad. In the year 1980, Chris Cross releases his first #1 hit called Sailing. The lyrics are, "Sailing takes me to da something something something." In the year 1966, China agrees to provide support to North Vietnam. That is a move that was not that chill, but hey, they also agreed to sell us toys covered in lead paint. Thank you, China. In the year 1989, James Marlowe and his wife are sentenced to death for, you guessed it, murder. Marlowe had served a stint in Folsom Prison for stealing a car. While he was there, he gathered quite the pack of fanny bandits, earning him the nickname Folsom Prison Wolf. Later, his wife would get a tattoo on her ass reading "Property of Folsom Prison Wolf," and giving a literal meaning to the aforementioned term, fanny bandit. She also set a new world record for the first woman sentenced to death since the reinstatement of capital punishment in 1977. That is something her and her family can be proud of. In the year 1945, General MacArthur arrives in Japan with both middle fingers aloft as he gets off the plane. He proceeds to drive himself to Yokohama to finalize Japan's formal surrender. Japanese soldiers lined the streets, fixing their bayonets on him. To their surprise, he showed a complete lack of fear as he hurled water balloons filled with piss at them through his open car door window. The streets ran yellow that day. In the year 1146, European leaders outlaw crossbows because, quote, "I used to be an adventurer like you, then I took an arrow in the knee." But what do you expect when someone steals a sweet roll? In 1988, Julianne Phillips files divorce against Bruce Springsteen, saying, "If I hear I'm on fire one more time, I'm gonna give him what he wants." Which also prompted her to begin writing her own song, Murder-Suicide in the USA. In 1991, the Central Asian country of Azerbaijan declares its independence from the USSR. To this day, less people have never not cared about an event as much as this one. Why a Central Asian country was a USSR territory, we may never know. In 1983, Guyon Stewart Bluford becomes the first African American to go to space. Vince Carter would later become the second with his Olympic duck against France. In 1920, the 19th Amendment was established, giving women the right to vote. If only there was a clause to take away their right to choose a restaurant. In 1945, the Manhattan Project used over 25,000 mice to test the ill effects of radiation on workers in atomic plants. Why couldn't they use spiders? Spiders gross. Spiders suck. In 2012, a bus and a tanker collide in China, killing all included except for 3. And further proving the stereotype that Asians can't drive. This has been On This Day in History. Hopefully everyone learned something new. On another note, a couple more things I want to get into real quick before the end of this video. Teddy Bridgewater just got traded to the New Orleans Saints. He's been looking pretty good in preseason. I don't know how good of a trade that is. I mean, obviously Drew Brees is the man out there. He's not really prone to injury. Trade a 3rd round pick for Teddy Bridgewater, I think. I don't really see the point of that trade, but, you know, a good player on a good team is never a bad thing, I guess. Another thing that happened recently, Marquise Lee for the Jacksonville Jaguars just got hurt. He's going to be out for the season. This opens up some doors for dudes like Dez Bryant and Eric Decker. Well, Eric Decker announced his retirement, which kind of puts a little damper on my last video, the fantasy football sleepers. I guess I didn't call that one too well. But maybe Dez Bryant, you know, might take a little bit less money. I know that's why he didn't sign that last offer he got with the Browns, I think. But maybe he'll take a little less money and he'll be, you know, the number 2 guy out there in Jacksonville. Good team, decent quarterback, great defense, good running back. They're going to be contenders this year. I'd like to see, I'm not, you know, a huge fan of his, but I'd like to see him go somewhere. I know he's got some more tread on the tires. And who's ready for the Blackout Beta? I'm kind of getting excited for it. I was playing a little PUBG Mobile the other day, just trying to get back in the rhythm of Battle Royale games. Look at this Paladin. Good God. Do something about this, Treyarch. Takes us half a clip to kill someone. This dude's one-shotting everyone he sees. But anyway, if you learned something new today, if you liked the video, throw me a thumbs up, give me a like, give me a share. I'll see you guys on the next one.